Hi everyone, good evening. If you guys can see me and hear me clearly, please respond yes in the chat section. If you guys can see me and hear me clearly, please respond yes in the chat section. Thank you. All right, guys, thank you very much. Thank you for your responses. First of all, a very good evening to all of you for sparing some time and attending today's session on how to become an in demand Java developer in 2023. It's my pleasure that we have expert in the house and he'll be like just joining in a minute. Till then, let's wait for other participants also to join in. So, to introduce myself, I am Shubham Dumbre, technical and career consultant, founder of Delta Dynamitis, and author and podcaster of two books, that is Decoding Zindagi and Let's Make IT Simple. You could find me on LinkedIn by the name Shubham Dumbre, and it's my pleasure to be with CodeGym University, where we are shaping the future with Java developers by training Java developers across different age groups, across different locations. So that's the beauty of Java. That's the beauty of programming. That's the beauty of software development. And we are like on that mission to transform 1 million people as Java developers. As of now, we are in the market since last decade. Hi, thank you, thank you. I'm fine, my friend. Thank you for your question. I'm doing great. And all right, yeah. So we are on a mission to transform 1 million people into Java developers, and on that part, we are in the market since last 10 years now, and we have trained 30,000 plus Java developers. So that has been the journey. Let's like wait for a minute and then get started. So let's wait for a minute from now. Thank you, Hayat Zone. All right, guys. So let's get started. And I would like to introduce you to our guest of the day, our expert in the house, that is Pranav. Hi, Pranav.
Hey,
So,
hi,
Pranav,
Shubham.
yeah, hi, good evening. So, Pranav is here, and today we'll be talking about the software development field, the Java developer field, and is it like worth giving a shot in 2023? So, I'll be asking him questions, he'll be answering it to you all. And also, in case you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask those to the speaker, to me. We would be happy to answer all your questions. Our team has already dropped in a link where you could check about the Java development profession, where you could also understand what are the different aspects, what are the career prospects in terms of Java. So let's get started. Before that, I would want Pranav, if you want to say something at the start. The mic is all yours.
Got it, got it. So yeah, thank you, Shubham, for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. And yeah, so like, hi all, my name is Pranav, and I have around like 4 years of experience in the industry, or like close to 4 years of experience in the industry so far. And currently, like, I work for Microsoft, right? And as a SD2. So basically, like, I to be honest, like, Java is everywhere, right? So I started my career with Java only when I was like in my college, and since then, like, I have stuck to it. And yeah, so that is the thing. And it's like good, basically, like, when I was just starting out, so less resources were available for us in Java, because like everybody was doing programming in C++ and everything, so we had to carve our own way around the things. So that is the whole thing. Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you, Pranav. Thank you for briefly summarizing how you have started and what is the journey. So, guys, we have Pranav Malik with us today, who is currently working as Software Development Engineer 2 at Microsoft. He has already worked with Oracle, PayPal, and has also taken up a lot of projects, like I would say direct freelancing projects. You could call them freelancing projects or consulting projects. He holds a very good experience in terms of training candidates across industries, probably software development and cloud and all. So, it will be really interesting to understand from Pranav himself, like how his journey was and how has Java impacted his career. So Pranav, I would come to you with questions, and we would like want you to share your thoughts on those particular questions. So the very first one, which I would like to ask you, and like let's change the format for this one. Yeah. So the very first one is like, can you please briefly summarize how your career journey has been since its inception? Yeah.
Okay, okay. So yeah, thank you for like asking me that wonderful question, to be honest, and it will take some time to answer that. So the thing is, like, it has been it has been like upside down, and you can say it's not been a smooth journey, to be honest. So the thing is that I was never interested in engineering, as I have already mentioned in my previous podcast also. So I took engineering as a backup option, and was not like really into it, like what is problem solving and without like things are there. So whole my first year went into like figuring out. I was interested in medical branch that is there, so I was preparing for that simultaneously, and I was not doing anything except that. So second year, where was the point of like inflection, where I realized that I am stuck to this field, and I have to do something with this field only. And yeah, and then what happened is, like, we had to learn Java, because like Java was being taught in our like course semester only, and I didn't use C++ on that time. So like, it was a blessing in disguise kind of thing. So I started learning Java. I took like an online course that was like a free course that is available, and I started to dwell upon it. So from there, I like started to build my interest in programming, and then from that point over, I started to like say that like programming was like directly related to problem solving. So I started to solve problems over online, like you can say portals such as Code Forces, CodeChef, right? And there was a good community of students in my hostel that I was in living in. So we were doing competitive programming day in day out, right? So we used to skip classes because we were in kind of a government college where attendance is not an issue. So 5 to 10% attendance I had in third year, you can imagine, and I still give the exams. So that is the thing. And on the other hand, I did, like you can say, programming throughout my third year, and I was very fortunate to get on to, you can say, national level competitions as well, ACM, ICPC, as well as I went outside also. I went to, you can say, like in third year, I was fortunate enough to get good exposure, where I won different hackathons as well, right? And collaborated with certain government institutes, right? So that was kind of like you can say my like best moments, like third year. And then fourth year, in my starting only, then I was able to like you can say get a good placement that is there. And then obviously, like, and to be honest, like in fourth year end semester in March I started working, right? March only, or February, March, right? February end I started working. The tentative date was February. So yeah, so even before my college completed, so like the company had called us to for the placements, and like we started working. Since then, like, it has been a, like you can say, I've learned in experience like into the industry, and have learned around different types of companies that is there, right? From PayPal to Oracle to now Microsoft. So yeah, it's been very, like, it's been a very good journey, to be honest. And I have contributed a lot, and I have, wherever I go, I find Java. So it's like it's kind of inevitable that is there. And yeah, and to be honest, like I really am in love with this programming language Java, where like now the thing is that I reject job offers or job opportunities because because of this that Java is not present. People just like say that like Python, switch to Golang, okay, switch to like these type of things that are Node.js and all. I stick to Java only. That is there. So yeah, that is from my part. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you say that Java is your love, and it's a love for lifetime. Thank you for like being honest with that aspect. And now coming to the next one, like how were your initial interviews for the role of software developer? Like, how was your first working experience as a software developer? Yeah.
Yeah, so for first working experience as a software developer, so I started out with a fintech company called as Indus Valley Partners, right? It was a campus placement that happened for me. So what happened was that like say suppose that like it was very early, like I was just like about to graduate my college. My college was not even finished. Like then only like I like just did it. So it was a very good company to be honest. It was basically involved in the hedge funds. So what is hedge funds is like it's kind of an offshore investment. Say suppose we are sitting in India and we want to invest on any type of equity that is listed in, let's say suppose UK or any type of market that is foreign market, right? So what we will do, what can we do there? So these type of things are it's kind of a listing platform and all those things are there. And I was kind of contributing on a product where I was responsible only single handedly. So it was a good learning experience for me to be honest, and I was able to contribute a lot in that. And yeah, so obviously whenever you like start your first job experience, right, or first job, right, it always plays a very important role because you are just beginning or you're just starting out in the industry. You have to go with that mindset that like you have to learn as far as possible, go in depth as far as possible, right, solve as many problems as far as possible. So I went with that mindset, and unfortunately like you can say that there were long working hours, but I enjoyed that. I totally enjoyed that, right.
All right, all right. And I just had a look at the chat section. So there's one question, which is it possible to do competitive coding? And yeah, here it is. So is it possible to do competitive coding with Java? I'm really searching for many DSA courses to start with competitive coding in Java. Yeah, Pranav.
Yeah, so obviously, like when I was starting out in 2016, I started out with competitive programming in Java, right? So that time, a lot of people were not doing competitive programming with Java. Why? Because like Java had less support in the community that was there. C++ was the dominant, and still it is the dominant for people who are doing competitive programming. And it has like Java. Sometimes when you will be learning advanced algorithms, also Java would be slower. Like in some places, you have to apply certain optimization techniques which are not being applied in C++. So what I used to do was stuck to Java, right? So the thing is that I had to learn C++ and C as a byproduct. I used to learn C, like I used to read, like you can say other people's code that were there in C++, and then implement the same in Java, the same logic. You can assume. So that was the way that I took it. And obviously nowadays like content is so much, you can find it anywhere. But obviously code gym is also providing you the opportunity, like you can say that they will also offer the same level of technical expertise based course. So you can just join the academy, and then it would be very fine. I guess like people are enjoying the course that is there, right? So that definitely like you, that is the thing. I would say that like people get diverted a lot right now because people are like content is so much. You should stick to one thing, right? And you should like finish go with it to the end. That is my approach.
Fantastic. Thank you for taking that one. And now we would like to understand like how have you kept learning and mastering to grow your software development career?
Okay. So to be honest, like early on only I was aware that I need to work hard, and like you can say like, devote extra time, right? So right now also like every day I tend to have a habit that at least I have to solve at least one or two problems that is there, data structure based problems, because why, it tends to keep me in shape. That is the whole thing. So say suppose it I correlate it with you can say the like physical activity or any type of gym, right? Say suppose that if you're going to gym, right, if you skip for one day, then obviously it will get affected, your body will get affected, your body will require that need that yeah, you have to exercise or like that, it will just show off the signs, right? Similarly, like I have developed a habit. So I solve, like early on I used to solve 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 questions per day, but right now I've limited to 3, 4, and 2. That is the thing, I keep on practicing the already solved questions that is there, so that I just don't forget the logic or the concepts that are there. And obviously, as this is, you can say, a ever growing field, there is no stoppage of the technology that is there, right? But previously, if you see, PHP or Laravel or these type of technologies were used, but these are obsolete right now, right? So that is the whole thing, you should be in always in kind of that mode that, see, concepts will remain the same, be it any programming language, you just have to correlate it. And how you will be able to correlate it? If you are familiar, or if you have a good grasp on the basics. So I guess like that is where, like, I would also like to say that you can say that Code Gym is also providing the same opportunity to you, where it will the courses are very good here. I have personally seen the courses, and the courses are very good, and they are teaching from the basics, so you should definitely try it, in my opinion.
Yeah, guys, and like I will be also covering that what all important aspects or what all points we have in the course in the coming slides. But before that, Pranav, we have one question again from the audience: is Java good or C++?
So to be honest, if you want to, there are specific differences. I'll just tell you. Okay. So if you are in the electronic industry, say suppose if you are a graduate of ECE, or you can say electronics and triple E, right? So you want to go specifically into, let's say, electronics industry. That is chip design, microprocessor, or that kind of thing that is done by Qualcomm or Intel. There, a C++ would be the ideal fit. Why? Because like C++ is light, right? It is directly impacting the operating system that is there, and which is not present in Java, right? And where Java is an enterprise based language that is there. So any type of banking applications or any type of e-commerce industry, you will find Java, right? Any type of big industries, you will find Java. So Java is cumbersome language, and the features that are provided with Java are not provided by C++, and the features that are provided by C++ are not provided by Java. It is a counterpart, but in my opinion, if you are a person who wants to get good jobs, and like the abundance of jobs are for Java is more than C++. That is the reality that you have to face, and so I would say that go with Java if you are if you want to outshine in the job market, because probability of getting a Java developer role or like software engineer role in Java would be more higher, very higher. It would be 2 or 3 times as compared to the C++ based jobs that are there. C++ is very restricted and very specific. So let's suppose I'll just give you an example. So all type systems that are there, like some of the systems that are there in Microsoft are also written in C++. I cannot name them, but I will just say that they are written in C++. So that is the thing, and because like it directly interacts with the hardware layer of the computer and all the machines that are there, it's a very hardware friendly language. So that is where C++ is still used these days. So that is where it's still used in the electronic industry and so far. So, but if I was a student that would be like entering the job market freshly, I would be going with Java.
All right, there's one more related question that for DSA, which language should we prefer, Java or C++?
Now it's again a controversial question, to be honest. So basically, if in my opinion, you should prefer Java. Yeah, right. Because I stuck to Java. But don't go by my words, because C++ has a good support for STL that is there. But Java is very cumbersome. Whatever you will find in Java is not present in C++. So Java is like you can say, what we can say. So Java is like everything. You can say that like it is nowadays Java is also providing machine learning libraries, right? So that is also an extension. But on the other hand, like C++ is very restricted. Like there is like very restricted work that you can do that cannot be done like without C++. But whatever can be done in C++ is already there in Java, right? But it's like the you can say the program size of when it gets compiled, it is very less, right? Or the it's very lightweight. Wherever lightweight programs are being used or written, so there C++ will be like there. But Java is also providing the same. Java can also interact with the hardware layer, right? But it would be very heavy for compilation. If you want to deploy your code over 1 million machines, then obviously you would prefer a lightweight program, lightweight based like you can say engine.
Cool. And with this, we finish our first segment that was about Pranav and his career accomplishments. Now we'll be moving to the next section about the software engineer position, the role of the career in Indian IT market, and the learning process. In relation to this, Pranav, my very first question to you is, what are our thoughts on the Indian IT market and the demand for Java developers in it? What are your thoughts on that particular aspect?
To be
Yeah.
honest, like it's a very good question again, Shubham. So basically, like the thing is that India is like change. India IT market is changing dramatically. To be honest, nowadays the government is also promoting various schemes that are there that should be incorporated, right? And that should be incorporated within the IT sector, so that like many IT reforms are coming, right? So that like it is promoting us. So government is promoting like startups also on a very big level. It is conducting hackathons. I have judged personally a lot of hackathons via the government nomination, as well as some private hackathons also. So people are more enthusiastic, and people are getting more aware day by day, right? Because everything is there, right? So if you compare 5 year like you can say that 5 year before, the situation was totally different. But now obviously every industry requires, you can say, IT services or IT things, right? Let's say software things, software professionals. Every industry cannot, any industry cannot survive without software. Be it you can say even medical like field, be it any type of field. You can name any field, I will say that. Be it agriculture also, right now people are using data analytics to like boost up their milk production and etc, right? Agri-tech startups are getting formed on, right? So that is the thing. And India market is generating a lot of jobs, because like startups are like hiring a lot right now, and it will continue to hire. And India has produced more and more unicorns, right? And obviously the famous show, right, a Shark Tank is also there. So which is like promoting the budding entrepreneur. So obviously like the market is, the next 10 years looks golden period of India, like that is there. And I personally, to be honest, one important pattern that I have seen that I would like to discuss here on this platform is that like a lot of people who were based in US are now switching back to India. They have, you can say, they have made a fortune, or they went there for 2 3 years, they didn't like it, or they want to come back and they want to contribute. And opportunities are very huge right now, because like government is initiating this step that like, yeah, we should build something of our own, we should do something of our own right now. And to you will be very surprised to see that, say that like Microsoft, if we talk about Microsoft, right, Microsoft just opened two more data centers, three more data centers in India alone, two in Hyderabad and one in Pune side. On the other hand, AWS has invested a lot in in opening up data centers. More and more data centers, more and more things that are coming up, means more and more employment jobs would be generated indirectly, right? So that is the whole thing. And I would say that right now it's the golden period, right? And yeah, it would continue like this.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for giving us that hope that Java definitely has a future ahead. I saw some questions evolving in the chat related to the future of Java. So my friends, as Pranav has just now mentioned, that Java has a brighter future. Again, the government is a lot supportive in India, and also many people who are settled outside India are now coming back to India because of the abundant opportunities that are available. So it is like really a booming period for all our techies, for all our startups, and it is really going to boost our economy. So that's the beauty. And just to add on one point which might be related, might not be related to, but today we got our budgets also. That is
Hmm.
the Indian budget for 23 and 24. And if you have checked out the budget, you might find that there are a lot of opportunities for us, especially for startups, especially for job creators and job seekers now, because a lot of exemptions and a lot of opportunities have been created by help of the new budget which was sanctioned today. So again, that is also one very good ray of hope for us to excel in our life, for us to take our economy ahead. Now, moving on to the next one, Pranav. Many people in non tech roles now want to move to programming jobs. How can a newbie transition to a software developer role?
Okay, so that is also a very good question that you have asked, to be honest. And I have personally mentored a lot of folks that were from non-tech, background,
Yeah.
mostly were from finance or BCom or like arts background, and they are now doing software engineering jobs. I can name like a lot of people that are doing that. So the only thing that is there is, see, anybody can code, to be honest. Like if you were born in USA, then there you will find that people from non-tech are already like acquiring the lot higher positions that are there. So that this pattern is like very evident in like the developed countries like USA and other countries that are there. So why not in India then? Right, definitely. So anybody can code. What I have like realized, I was never interested, but I also developed a passion and like interest for that similarly. So like yeah, so basically if you are able to relate it, I would say that I related it with maths. If you are good with maths, like then it would be very easy for you to like just get up with the logic and write the code that is there. And then obviously like if you have good mentors and good like courses or which dwells upon your interest, right? So obviously it is a icing on the cake. So I would again go back to this point that like Code Gym is also like you can say has provided a lot of good courses previously also, and like right now I have personally looked at the courses that are there, and it's like a wonderful course that they are doing. So if somebody wants to get that icing on the cake, then definitely they can just like uh, get into it, to be honest.
All right. Till then, just like sharing some questions from the chat section. So I would answer those because you have already covered those parts. So one was like about the project ideas for beginners. So Sumit, it is already answered in the chat that you could just check on the link where you could find details about the projects and also about the curriculum that could help you in creating such projects. Then there was another one. Could you explain the roadmap to enter product-based companies like Microsoft with Java as a background? So I think Pranav already covered it, but Pranav, would you like to share something now here on this part?
So like roadmap should be like people should be very familiar with like data structures and algorithms. I would say that they have to like at least do DSA for 2-3 months at least. That is the least, and have to cover a lot of good topics that are there like dynamic programming, backtracking, graphs, trees, right? Advanced topics. Then afterwards they should make a very good. They should make at least 3 to 4 projects, right? Enterprise level projects, so that they can just like show and showcase their skills whenever in the interview that is there. And any type of interview would be comprising of 4 to 5 rounds, and you should be prepared like that. Nowadays the expectation level is has unfortunately arisen up. So earlier like people used to solve a question in like 30 minutes, right? Now they are solving that same question in 15 to 10 minutes, right? So you can say the level of competition is getting like increased day by day. And right now we are on the other side, so I have been taking a lot of interviews from the past 3 years, unfortunately. So so there are very less reasons of rejections that are left for us, because everybody is like everybody is able to solve the question. So on what basis you will just like filter the
Reject them.
candidate, right? Obviously. So you have to find then what is the option that is left with us? So you have to make your own questions then. So that is the whole thing. So yeah, you should be prepared for any type of scenario in my case. And right.
Cool. Please give us some specific advice on how to learn software engineering, how to learn, how much time should you devote, and tips and tricks to learn the programming that too on an online mode effectively. So how can we learn online and be a master in programming? So I saw some questions in the chat also evolving around similar aspect that how can we do it, and if I have a break in my career, then will can I start programming, and if I have to, then what? How much time should I devote? So like a combined question for this one. Yeah.
Got it, got it. To be honest, like if somebody has a break in their career, that does not matter. To be honest, right now, there was a time where college tag was also getting mattered, but that nowadays like skills are matter more rather aspect from this thing that is there. So if you want to study from an online course, that is very difficult, to be honest, because you have to keep a momentum that should be going on every day and day and night. So if I was in your situation, how would I take it? So my energy levels are very high in the morning, so I would say that learning a new concept, I would learn it in the morning. Whereas like by the day I would just revise it, by the evening I would solve problems on top of that. And I would keep 2 days for revision. Saturdays and Sunday you can keep it for revision, and Sunday for contest you can take it, because you have to experiment on the skills that you have acquired over the weekdays, right? So this is the way that I learned any new language or any new tool that is there. You can also follow the same if you want it, if you want to follow. So what I used to do, I used to like wake up around, you can say, 6 to 7 when I was in my college, and just like spend around 3 to 4 hours in learning a new concept. Say suppose I am learning arrays, right? I would just like learn arrays and just like maintain a copy and a pen and just write it and then program it on my laptop, and then will just think for some time. Then obviously in my daytime I would just revise it, and then in the night I would solve problems on top of that, so that my concepts become crystal clear. For 5 days I would be doing this and will focus on only one topic, that is arrays. I would solve at least 50 to 100 questions on arrays. Then on Saturdays I will take a gap of revision or enjoy maybe, and like on Sunday then I'll just give tests or contest. So
Cool. And this profession especially would demand a lot of practice. So
hmm.
very important question which comes in line with the same is like, how much can you earn as a software developer in early years, middle management, and senior levels?
When people are earning lot of money these days, so I just had a discussion when I mentor a lot of people, right? So I just met
Yeah.
like I was in kind of a more type of a discussion only. Like I was just uh, my mentee was saying that like I am earning, you can say, 7-8 lakhs per month. So how should I make more? So I was saying, man, you're making more than me. So give tips to me, and you are so that is like that is where people like are more like you can do anything. You can do consulting, you can do you form a company, form a startup, you can do anything. There is no limit, to be honest. And if an average, if I want to say, then 15 to 20 lakhs is nothing that you are talking about. And if you
Okay.
are very good, then 25 to 30 CTC that is there, so you can get it very easily. And if I was like saying that like if you are exceptional, then there is no limit. Even good candidates are getting paid 2 to 3 crores salaries that are there. So
Oh,
yeah, that is yeah.
fantastic.
Foreign offers are there, so you I'm just converting into like in INR.
Got it. So there is immense potential in terms of earning. And now as you mentioned that there is a lot of scope in terms of learning Java. Still, like, do you think is it worth to give a shot, like to learn Java in 2023? In your opinion and experience, how fast can one find a job after studying Java?
So I would say that like you can find the job as soon as possible. If I was studying Java, so if I am studying any new course, or if I want to study Java only, then how would I find new jobs? So if I would take a, you can say, break point. Say suppose that if I am just about to like complete my course, I will start looking for opportunities that time only. One month before that, or 2 weeks before completing my course, because my concepts are the best that time. I am at my best, right? So, and with time, it will depreciate only. That is the way that our brain works. So, the thing is that, like, I would apply it during that time. The first 2 3 months are very crucial, right? Because, like, you are in your peak form, and then you should maintain it, right? And every interview experience, whenever if you are getting rejected, also it's an experience. You are getting to know that what you don't want in a good interview, where you will be getting selected. So treat it like that okay, I have failed, so I would be improving upon my negative things, or the feedback that I have just got, so that there is no point of rejecting me in any type of interview. So I was just following the same strategy. Initially I also got rejected, right? So you will be very amused to say that that time in 2019 I used to travel 20 30 kilometers just to get rejected in the first or second round itself. I still remember those days. I was traveling by bus, and just like I had spent one hour there at the company's office, and then I got rejected. and I was very shattered that time. But I said to myself that you can also like treat it like an experience. This is also an experience, and things will improve. Obviously, like I got to know. I spent around 15 minutes with the interviewer that what is my weak points, where I can improve. So you can also do that, right? And you should you should give as many interviews as possible. I would say as many interviews as possible, because every interview is an opportunity. You never know where it will click, right? So yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic line. Every interview is an opportunity. So you need to enhance your probability of getting selected, and that is all possible when you experience those level of interviews, those level of questions in the real time. So thank you for bringing that point. And now coming to the chat section. On YouTube, we have a lot of viewers, and some of them have asked. Like the first one, which I would like to give you. I think this is covered, but still, Pranav, if you would like to add something on the short on this one. So hello, sir. I have a question. The first thing that I have no coding background, that is a non-techie, but I'm amazed by coding. I can see Java and its popularity within IT industry, but I even see and have heard about Python. So Python is also a good competitor to Java. So will Java be a choice for client side like now or in future? That's the
So
question.
yeah, definitely. So I would say that if you are specifically interested in machine learning, right? If you are specifically interested in machine learning, if you are want to go into deeply into, you can say that machine learning or data analysis, then only go with Python, because like Java is the enterprise level language that is used in every industry. Python is not used like because of many multiple reasons. Because of like, see, whenever you will be working in any big company, like let's say example you're working in Walmart, if you're working in Amazon. So what these type of companies do is like they tend to make their own libraries, right? They tend to use their own libraries. Why? Because they have to segregate things. They have to write custom logics, wrappers over the existing functionalities. So that is very easily done in Java, right? Or C++. But they prefer Java because like it's a very highly object oriented language, and it has many supporting design patterns that are extremely awesome. That is there. So that is the whole scenario, and that is not currently done in Python because of multiple n number of reasons. Some may say that due to security reasons, some may say that like people are not investing in R&D, right? We cannot say anything, but that is the reality that I will say. Like I have seen lot less teams using Python in the product, right? Wherever like I have just seen. But yeah, companies do use Python, that is not out of question. 10% of the industry is using Python, and it's growing. But in my opinion, in my personal opinion, if I was in your situation, see, Python data structures, if you are there are things that are very specific to like Python only. If you are learning data structures, I have learned data structures in Python also, to be honest, and I've taught also. So so there are very specific things that are there in Python, that is very specific to Python, that is not generic. That is not generic to every language. But Java is a kind of generic language. If you learn any type of concepts that are there in Java, it would be like you can apply it to any language, be it Golang, be it Node.js, be it any type of language, you can just apply it. So that is the advantage of learning Java.
Cool. Now Swati has asked, like she had two questions. One is like where to apply for jobs, and secondly how and where to start applying for Java developer role. So like she has summed it up by asking where, what are the platforms or what websites or how to actually apply for such roles in Java. Yeah.
Okay. So I would say that like everybody spends time on like social media platforms, right? For engineers, the social media platform is one and one only, that is LinkedIn. I would say people are earning a lot these days via LinkedIn content creation only. They are earning lakhs and lakhs of rupees, right? People are getting immense following, and many people have become influencers also. So the other thing is like LinkedIn is a very open platform wherein you can connect with the professionals that are there, and you should spend at least 1 or 2 hours on LinkedIn daily. Why? Because to search jobs and connect with random people, so that you can have an idea that this person of that caliber has is working there, so I need to be of that level. First is this point. Second is that in future, if I want to get a referral request, then I would contact him or her. The third point is that like, okay, I many people like me also, what they do is like, if there is an opening in their team, in their respective like company, say suppose Microsoft was hiring 1 2 months back for a software engineer in my team only. So I posted out on LinkedIn that yeah, so anybody interested can contact me, right? So people contacted me. I received 200 messages. So unfortunately, I could not refer everybody. But that is the whole thing. That is the thing that I wanted to say is like it's a very, you can say, first information about any type of hiring is provided on LinkedIn and LinkedIn solely, and you should follow it very rigorously. Other platforms are also there, many job hunting platforms like the famous Naukri.com, the Insta Hire or Hirist, and multiple platforms are there. You cut short, you can just like just go to that these type of platform, build your profile, and then obviously like they will reach out to you. If I was searching for jobs, I would make HR my best friends. Okay, so because every HR would be, and the best part is that they would switch to other companies, right? So they will you can say that they will post the requirements for the other company, way that you can just play out. It's just about pattern finding. If you are able to find the pattern, say suppose that I was in my college, I remember that the best time to apply for off campus internships was January, February, March. By March it would be over. So how did I apply? How did I got to know? Some details were shared by my seniors. Some things I observed when I was just like scrolling in LinkedIn, that people apply and that they got selected in this time. I used to converse with them that how did they get selected, how did it happen for them, and based on everybody's experience, I just like compounded my experience. That is the way.
Beautiful. Very like realistic experience which you shared, and that is like the reality that LinkedIn and also GitHub nowadays like plays a very important role in terms of shaping your career, shaping your opportunities, giving you that kind of a chance that probably you might have not got in the previous 10 years. So that is the beauty with LinkedIn and GitHub. Now we end the second segment and now come to the third one, where we'll understand the specification of hiring process in tech giants like Microsoft, Oracle, PayPal, and needed hard and soft skills to land a job. So I saw some questions in the chat also evolving around the same, that how can we crack a placement, or how fast can we get into a job after completing Java. So Pranav, like how, what is the necessary preparation for such interview rounds, and how many interviews generally like take place?
Got it. So basically, in any type of company like PayPal, Oracle, or Microsoft, I just gave more than four, 5 interviews. Any like Oracle took 7 interviews. I still remember. One was technical screening, and 6 were on site or not on site. It was like a remote interview, but it is called a loop interview, right? So what it happens is like 4 are data structure, no, 3 are data structures and programming interviews, and the rest 2 are system design interviews, and one is managerial interview that is there. And you have to give one more that is a screening interview to attend those 6 interviews. That is what happens in Oracle, unfortunately. So, and in Microsoft similarly, one interview you give as a codility test, right? And like 5 interviews are followed by, so 3 data structure interviews, one or might be that 2 data structure interviews, 2 design interviews, system design interviews for me, because I was interviewing for SD2 role. If you are entering for SD1 role, so it would be 3 data structure interviews and 1 managerial interviews, right? So that is the or one design interview, that is LLD, low level design, and then one managerial interview. So the total process is around 5 to 6 interviews that is there, and it's like one after the another. Some companies like reject you after one interview, some might not, right? So some companies like Oracle will give you the feedback once you have covered all the rounds, and then it is calculated. Some companies like Microsoft will be rejecting you on basis of one interview, or some companies like Google, right? Because I cracked Google also, but it was for a junior position, not for a senior profile. I was hoping for that I would get a senior profile, but unfortunately I did not. So Google, what does it do is like every 2 or 3 interviews, it tells you that you are able to proceed to the next step or not, whether it would be reviewed by the committee, hiring committee would take a decision or not. The recruiters try to play safe. So PayPal also follows this, that every interview it's a knockout round. So that is the way around it. So for that, I would say that if you are a fresher, or if you have any type of experience less than 5 years or 7 years, let's say generic, let's keep it generic. So 7 to 8 years, data structure is the most important for you during this time. So you can expect at least two maybe 3 rounds, specifically focusing on data structures. In this range of experience, if you are having 3+ years of experience and you are based in 3 to 8 years, then obviously it would be more of a like system design would also come into picture, low level design, high level design. So 2 interviews for data structures and 2 interviews for system design, that is there. But this data structure is common in everything. For junior people, data structure is the utmost importance. right? Because any engineer, the quality of an engineer is judged by the type of problems and the number of variety of problems he can solve, and how he's able to think in different type of situations. Because thinking is the thinking matters. Anybody can learn to code, right? Anybody, right? So anybody can become a programmer, but you need to solve problems. That is where engineering would be tested. Your engineering skills or any type of skills would be tested. So that why that is tested is because then they will just pass you, so that if you are left alone, you are able to like contribute to the project or the product, and you are able to build things. You know how to solve problems. That is the way in every field, right? So you know how to solve problems, so you will be able to think of your own. That is the way around. So that is the thing, and that is the bar that everybody has to pass. So yeah, that is the thing. And like I would say that like you should focus on data structures, and at least have to see to not more than 2 to 3 like projects on your resume. Because the spending time on project building is not unnecessary, I guess, if you are very much interested in open source. But you can go ahead, there is no limit, right? But you should be then outstanding. If you're building projects and projects only, then you should be extremely outstanding. But if you are like if you want to be in that generic software engineer role, that is 99% of the market, so you should, unfortunately, you have to learn DSA, and you have to be good at it, pretty good at it. Nowadays it's like saying pretty good at it. So yeah, that is the way around things, that is there right now.
All right, all right. Thank you for clarifying that, Pranav. And like, have we covered about the hard skills, like the tech skills, which are necessary? Now, what are the soft skills which are necessary to land a job in these particular companies? So,
Got it. Got it. So soft skills, these type of companies have a specific behavioral interview also, that they very much emphasize on. Because why they do it is like because they want to check that if a candidate is an ideal fit for their team or not, right? Because a candidate coming in, the this principle was introduced by Amazon. A candidate coming in should be like increasing the bar. It should not depreciating. It should not decrease the bar. Say suppose if the average right now is 7, so the candidate coming in, if you're hiring a candidate, you should increase the average to 7.1 or 7.2 at least, right? So that is the way that is there. So how they evaluate it is like if you are aware about the famous star principles, delivery and those things are there. So right, so you can just focus around that: consistency, commitments, right, and deliverables, right? So I would say that just give a read to that point, and obviously you have to communicate and express your thoughts even in the technical interview as well. You have to be very expressive, and you have to express your thoughts as clear as possible, so that you are able to figure out things, and you are able to like ask valid questions. Asking questions is also checked in the interviews, because questions are framed like that, where the interviewee will be tested on if he is able to ask that question or not. And some companies deliberately do it, because they want to see that like if the candidate was was kind of like, you can say that he was able to figure out the intermediary problem that are there, or sub problems, or he was able to break down the problem or deduce it, right? So that is the thing. Famous companies are Atlassian that does it, and Uber also does it. They deliberately introduce problems in the problem that they are asking. So they are seeing that like if you're able to identify those problems that exist, and they reject you if you're not able to, even if you give the correct answer. So that is the thing. That is the whole thing.
so not just it is not just important to try to answer the question, but also assess the question. That is what point you
Mm-hmm.
try to make. And yes, now I see some more questions in the chat section. So one amongst those is this one. So, with a career break of 7 years, having worked for 3 years as a Java web developer before, will companies offer SD2 role or SD1 role?
So it would offer SD one role only, because you have to you can go for SD2 role, but I would ask you to go with SD1 role. It totally depends upon you how good you are in like cracking interviews. If you are having more than 3 plus years of, or like 2.5 plus years of experience, it would offer you, you can say, SD2 role if your interviews were very great. That happened to me with in PayPal, right? But the thing is that like I would say that like SD2 role has its own challenges. Obviously the salary would be different because the type of expectation is different, right? So you need to take responsibilities also, and you need to face the fire also if something goes wrong, right? Because you are in kind of a mid senior role. your decisions would be affecting the product or the, like you can say, the things that are there. So and your performance would also be closely observed, right? So that is the whole thing, that if you are have taken a gap of some amount of years, you need to come back to your peak form also, right? So I would advise you that you can go with a SD1 role rather than going for SD2 role.
Thank you for taking that one. And second one, which is in the chat, is can you please suggest the sections I need to have on my portfolio which can get me attracted to the potential employers?
See, man, it's not, I would say that 10 things you need to include and you will just like everybody would like that only. It is totally dynamic. Like it depends even from company to company, job posting to job posting. So I would say that like study the job requirements, right? What the job is demanding, right? Say suppose a job posting, you will see that like it requires these skills that are listed. What I used to do was I used to prepare like different type of resumes based on different types of jobs that were listed, like, right? So I used to modify my resume every time and adding and removing the skills that are there. So, and the thing is that like your resume would be reviewed by a lot of people, not just you, but not but just the HR will also review it. Sometimes they, like you can say, they filter out the deserving candidates based on that some keywords that are missing, right? So I would advise personally to everyone that like just study the job that what it is demanding, and you can include the same skills that are asked. It totally depends on you, right?
Yeah. So my next question was actually in line with the one which I asked previously. So what should be all covered in a resume for software developer? Like there can be two cases, there can be many actually, but I specifically want you to like cover these two. One is a newbie in the industry trying to get his first job, like the fresher or aspirant, or second one, software engineer with some prior experience who wants to be hired by worldwide tech giants. Yeah, Pranav.
Okay, if a newbie is there, then he should be very much showing his problem solving capability, or he should be very much highlighting the projects that he has taken up, 2 to 3 projects, or you can say the internship that is there. So that he has done. So if he is able to showcase his problem solving skills, then that is very good, because that is the differentiator nowadays. Because projects is like doable, but problem solving is the must that you should do, right? So on the other hand, like if somebody is from a experienced industry, so they should highlight the contribution that they have made in the company that is there, that matters, as well as their problem solving skills would also matter. The expectation will also rise from a experienced person rather than from a fresher. So that is the whole thing that they should focus on in crust
Cool.
in a small.
Got it. And like one question from the audience again. Like nowadays, we are hearing recessions, that is layoffs from many IT companies. Then how to survive in this industry? Yes, Pranav.
Got it. So that is the most controversial question that you are trying to ask me. So the thing is that, like, obviously, because of the macroeconomic conditions that are there, nobody predicted that Russia would go in war with Ukraine, right? You cannot predict anything. You cannot predict your future only, whether you will survive in the very next second or not. So you should go by that perspective that your skills would stand out. You should be focusing on honing your skills, right? So that your skills are so good, so you're not like worried about these kind of hiccups. If companies are laying off people also, there are a lot of other companies that are hiring in the simultaneous way. You should look for that company, right? So it could be a temporary bump that you can take, no worries, but you should be taking this as you can say, taking this as like you should go with the flow, in my opinion. Whatever is happening, if it's not see, these layoffs are not in our control. If it would be in our control, then obviously we would be very good, because we could improve our performance, we could improve xyz factors. But that is not in our control, right? These layoffs are big due to other things that are there, right? So that is the whole thing. Other situations are the macroeconomic conditions that they everybody is trying to highlight, that is with the war going on and the energy crisis looming, and everybody is facing a crunch of energy resources. So obviously they would projects would cut rates, and many things happen. So we just underestimate the energy importance, right, in our life. So the thing is that, yeah, so obviously that it is there only. And I would say that focus on improving your skills. You should focus on upskilling your skills, upskilling yourself, right? So obviously in this industry, like you have to be, you can say that, what I can say here, You have to be dynamic, you have to change according to the situation. You cannot just sit on a comfortable spot that and say that okay, I have just learned Java. Right now it would be Java, after 5 years it would be any other booming language. You have to be very much, you can say, like up for the challenge, that okay, I would like do this, and I would like be in kind of a zone that I would be able to survive in any type of situation that is there. So that is the whole thing.
Thank you, Pranav, for taking that. I would like to share some details about what all things we cover at CodeGym, and I see a couple of questions in the chat. Where one is about can a non-IT person get on a job in IT with gained skills from courses and institutes? Yes, Chaitanya, definitely you can do that. And in case you need to see the like how can you do that, the detailed syllabus is like being dropped for you in the chat now. Now coming to the next part, like just give me a second. Yeah. So Pranav has already explained a lot of different points, different aspects, and now at CodeGym. So CodeGym is an international edtech company which specializes in training Java developers. And here, why CodeGym University is the best choice, because we have live sessions with a mentor and an access to recorded theory. You have 1200 plus tasks with automatic verification. Now, what does that mean exactly? I'll show it to you. Just a second. Yeah. So this is how our platform actually is. So you can start coding at any point of time, and the platform is smart enough to give you recommendations, verify your solutions, optimize your code, give you hints, suggestions, and all. You are free to connect with mentors. You can also have the analysis of the code. So a lot of things that can be done with the platform. So on this platform, on this interactive platform, you have 1200 plus tasks with increasing automatic like verification and increasing complexity. Again, I saw some questions related to projects. So yes, on your portfolio, on your resume, on your LinkedIn and GitHub profiles, you need to showcase your project experience. That is all possible because we'll be covering 15 plus big projects and real cases during the course. We also do have a closed Slack community. So Slack is a tool which is used in the IT industry, and Slack can be just related as our messenger, WhatsApp messenger. On WhatsApp we have groups, on Slack we have channels. So that's about Slack. Again, you have 24 by 7 help from a personal group mentor. So a special person, an experienced person like Pranav will be assigned to you, who will take care of all your doubts, all your queries, and he or she is always available to you 24 by 7 to help you study at any point of time. Later, we also like support education by means of equated monthly installment payment system. So we understand that there are a lot of aspiring Java software developers who want to actually enter into the field of programming. We are also considering those who are from the non-IT background and still want to start learning programming, still want to start a career in Java or software development. So with that aspect, as we are on the mission to transform people into Java devs, so we have kept this method, that is equated monthly installment. So EMI payment is possible. And yes, definitely you get a course completion certificate, assistance from our career center with terms of creating a resume. We'll also furnish your LinkedIn and GitHub profiles. And yes, this course is a 100% job guarantee program. So if I have to give you the details of the course, so it is divided into 6 modules. It starts with Java syntax, then it goes to Java core, then Java professional, then working with databases, Hibernate, then Spring Boot, and the final project. Now, if you see, with every module there is a project. So that is how it is divided. And whatever you will learn during the course of that particular module, you will be applying it in the project. That is how this whole course has been designed. You also get an access to a smart platform which will take care of all your doubts and like the study material, which can be accessed at any point of time. So the best part and the beauty of this course is that you will be working on 15 plus big projects which you can showcase on GitHub and like LinkedIn, and like get the eye of the recruiter to get recruited. So if you want to check the detailed training program, you could check it on our website. The link is already dropped in the chat, but still I would say it for you. It is codegym.cc/India University. Talking about the mentor support, so you have already met Pranav. Then we also have Paresh, we have Aditi, we have Azaruddin. So Paresh is a senior software engineer at Walmart Technology with 13.5 years of experience. We have Aditi with us, who is a software engineer at Salesforce with 3 plus years of experience. We have Azaruddin with us, who is a senior software engineer at Philips with 5 plus years of experience. So there are many experts who are there to help you at any point of time. And the course progression, so the beauty of this course is that you will have 2 live sessions with a mentor on Zoom. So there'll be 2 live sessions, 2 Zoom calls every week, and practice tasks automatically on the website. As I showed you, the automatic task verification, all your tasks will be like verified, and in case if there's any feedback to be shared, it will be shared via Slack, and analysis of the task as needed will be done. So this is how the cycle will go ahead for 12 months. It is a 12-month course which will be delivered in English, and it has a 100% job guarantee. In case you have any questions, please feel free to ask those in the chat. Currently, I see one question in the chat. I'm working on some skills, but not advanced level. If I learn through online sources and put that in resume, give the interview, is it better? Definitely, TS Patil, you can go for it. But I would suggest you to be fundamentally strong with whatever you're going to learn, because interviewers know if you are pretending or if you are really skilled into some particular aspect. So you can definitely go ahead with that aspect. And yes, our team has dropped in the details about Code Gym session, Code Gym's course. So you could just click on the link if you are interested, and definitely, like, I would suggest you give it a try, because it has a lot to offer that can help you to start programming from scratch. So even if you are like a new person into programming, that's okay. You can continue with the course. You can get started with the course because it's from ground zero. And I see one more. Does CodeGym offer program for experienced Java developers who need mentorship on projects and frameworks like Hibernate, Spring Boot, etc.? Definitely, Swati. We have it. I would suggest you to just click on the link and fill in the form. Our team will get in touch with you where you could discuss this out. All right. So thank you for asking those questions. It's really interesting and amazing to answer so many questions today. So your resume and certificate of completion. Now these two are very important aspects again. So in your resume, instead of like notifying some hobbies or some data which is not actually necessary, instead your project experience. So whatever is necessary will be helped out by our team, by our career coaches. And yes, you will have a certificate, official certificate from CodeGym, which stands a very good place, which has a very good recognition in the job market. So again, that is the beauty with CodeGem's certificate of completion, and we provide 100% job guarantee. So in these 12 months, we have minimal expectations from you. If you do those, we are the ones who assure you 100% job guarantee, and those expectations are not even like way out of the markets. Like, you have to attend the live sessions, 90% of live sessions at least, complete the homework on time, complete the exam and projects on time, pass the exam, and follow the recommendations from career coaches. So just like how we had it in our university times, similarly, you have to attend your live sessions, complete the homework on time, finish the projects on time, pass the exam, and follow the recommendations from career experts. If you do this, we give you a job that is 100% for sure. We have already trained 30,000 plus Java developers, and we already have a very good recognition in the job market. So the only thing that we ask you for this course is your consistency, is your will to practice, is your dedication towards Java. If you're ready to learn Java, then we are here to place you for sure. And we are very much sure on this product. That is the reason we are also offering you 100% refund if you do not get a job after completing the course in the placements period. So any which ways, it is a win-win situation for you. You anyways will learn the skills and will get a job for sure. In case if you don't get a job in the placement period, we are ready to give you back all the money you invest in the course. So it is a win-win situation for you, of course, and we are sure on our product, we are sure on the course that yeah, definitely you will get placed, because we don't want to just give you skills which are only for the namesake, or we just don't want to train you for the sake of certificate. Instead, we want to help you become a professional into Java who can actually create solutions to problems. So that's about it. And in case you want to know more details, you could click on the links which our team has dropped in the chat section. And yeah, I see Mohammed. Yeah, Mohammed, you could just click on the link, and our team will get in touch with you regarding it. So GitHub and LinkedIn profile. Pranav and I already discussed on this. GitHub is like Instagram for programmers, where you need to like share all your projects, mostly like HRs and talent acquisition professionals nowadays check your GitHub and LinkedIn profiles even before looking at your resume. So it is very much important that you keep your GitHub and LinkedIn profile up to date. And yes, as I said, that we'll be covering 15 plus big projects. So your portfolio is anyways going to be a decorated one, and it will really help you to find out that opportunity that you are dreaming for. Talking about the Code Gym support system, so we have a robust support system. As you saw now also in the chat section, our team is constantly taking care of all your questions. So we believe in solving, we believe in helping you to reach your goal. And that is the reason we have a robust support system that can be accessed via Slack. So, in case if you still are like skeptical, so I'll just clarify it for you. This course is for beginners or people with zero knowledge in programming. So, if you're a starter, if you want to learn everything from scratch, definitely this course is for you. If you're an industry switcher who was working in some other industry or probably working at some other department in IT but want to start a career as a Java developer, definitely, my friend, this course is for you. Java specialists who want to improve their skills or review the material, you can go ahead with this course. It will definitely benefit you for sure. Then learners who want financial freedom with a high paying secure job, definitely guys, this course is for you. And innovators who want to dive into programming sphere and get some new knowledge, you can go ahead with this course. It's definitely going to benefit you. So this course is for anyone who is willing to learn, who is willing to start a career in Java, who is willing to start a career in software development. And it won't discriminate whether you are an IT person or not, because it is framed in such a manner that even a non-IT person can get into IT and secure a placement 100% with this course. So I think I have answered the questions which were coming in the chat related to who can do this course and all. So that is all clear. So this is the offer. So generally we offer this course at rupees 6,700 per month. But guys, I have special offer for you. We have a special offer going on for you all who have attended the live session. So we offer it at rupees 6,700 per month. It is a 12-month course, but as you have attended the session, so I would like to offer you a super deal, that is rupees 1,700 only for the first month, and for the rest of the months, that is for the rest of 11 months, you pay rupees 6,700. So for the first month, I would like to offer you a super deal, that is rupees 1,700 for the first month, and for the rest of the 11 months of the course, you get to pay rupees 6,700. Every week you will have two live sessions. Every week you will have like course some projects to work upon and like modules to work upon. So the course will have a 24 by 7 mentor support, and additionally we are always there to handhold you, to help you to get the placement in the company that you dream for. One more surprise coming up. So on 3rd February 3rd 2023 at 7 p.m. IST, we have a free webinar with Aditi Navkhare, where she'll be talking about switching to 10 LPA job as a Java developer in 23 and making the career out of it. So how can you earn 10 lakhs or more as a Java developer in 2023 and make the best career choice? This is what we're going to discuss on the next webinar, which is on February 3, and it will take place on February 3, 7 p.m. IST. You guys can attend the session just like how you are attending today's session on YouTube or whatever platform you have joined in from. And yes, details regarding how to join, like the link and all, will be shared to you via the same channels like email, SMS, Telegram. All right. So in case you have any questions, please feel free to ask those in the chat. And you guys can definitely click on the link which our team has dropped in, and our team will get in touch with you in case you have any more doubts. Still, the dais is open for all, and I would like to have Pranav back on the stage now. Pranav. So the thing is that Pranav has already like seen the modules. Pranav has already gone through the courseware. So Pranav, I would like to ask you specially, like, what are the chances that you would have trained as a Java developer profession if you wanted to start your career as a Java dev now?
So obviously, like Podium is like providing a very good modules-based structure that is there, project-based learning, and every project, they live projects are being made, and they would be held by the mentors that is there. Then these mentors would be from the industry, right? So obviously, like it's a very awesome opportunity for everybody, anybody who is trying to learn, right? And that is the best thing, to be honest. Like right now, you want a guided support, right? Because the market is evolving its conditions, and everybody is right now aware, and the competition is tough. So it would be required that some people would have specific requirements, right? Some people would be weak in X number of topics, some people would be weak in Y number of topic, right? So everybody has custom requirements, so I would say that you should like benefit from this. Obviously, if I was just learning out, then obviously I would prefer coding. Why not, right? So yeah.
Thank you, Pranav, for like validating that aspect. And guys, in case you have any more questions for us, please feel free to ask those in the chat. We have tried to answer almost every question that was being asked during the live session, and still, if anyone is left, any question is left, though the chat section is open. We would love to answer those. Also, we would love to see your feedback. How was the session? Did you really learn something from the expert in the house? Was I able to deliver you? Was I able to give you something that really would shape your career? So let me know what your feedback in the chat section. I see one question: how much can a fresher earn? So yeah, Pranav.
How much a fresher can earn, it's not, it's out of question, I told you, right? So like totally depends upon your skills. To be honest, it can, you can earn something around 10 plus very easily, right? And 10 to 20 is like the average that is there in the market right now. And if you are exceptional, then 30 plus or 50 plus also is there.
All right.
Lakhs about, right?
Yeah. All right. So Pranav, I think almost everything is done. I'm just waiting if there are any. Yeah, Pranav, it's a. I think it's a direct question. So would you like to take it, Pranav sir? What is
No,
your
no,
current
I
CTC?
cannot, I cannot take this.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I cannot reveal it. It is under the hood. Sorry for that.
I
So yeah.
understand it is under NDA, so you cannot disclose exactly. Okay, and yeah, okay. For this one, my friend, our team will get in touch with you. So I think almost everything is done. In case you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask those in the chat. Yeah, there's one more. Is it important to learn Java streams, Pranav?
Yeah, it's very much important. Java Stream is very much in demand right now, and like if you are performing a stream, it's just a stream API to be honest. And like if you want to, like you can say, utilize any buffer or any type of that, like it would be coming into place. So streams are used in the industry to be honest, so you should learn it shortly.
Yeah. All right. I see one from Zendar. You're a commerce graduate. Still, you can go ahead with this course. So no
Yeah,
worries on that.
definitely, you can go ahead with this course, and
Yeah.
you should go ahead with this course, I would be saying.
All right. And I think there's nothing more left. So yeah, before like signing off, I would like to add something that guys, irrespective of like the decision that you want to take, but do try to invest in learning. Do try to invest in yourself, because it can either be like by reading resources, by referring to books, by solving problems and all, but the thought should be that you are investing something in yourself. You are trying to upgrade, upskill yourself day by day, so that you become a better version tomorrow of what you are today. And with that thought, like it is very much important that you also think on and also reflect upon that, yes, whether you, whatever you are doing today, is it enough, or should you have more aspirations? That is all possible when you start meeting more people, when you start learning from more people, and that is all possible when you are ready to invest in yourself. So with this thought of investing in yourself, I would like to also like ask Pranav, like Pranav, do you have any words of wisdom for the end? Like at the end, we are almost at the end now, so any words of wisdom for our listeners?
No words of wisdom from the listener. I would say that like just be humble in every situation. Situation change with time. Time has that old tendency of changing, so like it would change. And on the other hand, you should learn every day. I would say take it. Every opportunity is a learning opportunity, be it good or bad. Right? You should learn, and you should not compromise on the fact of learning. If your learning is compromised, then you are gone. To be honest, and obviously like comfort zone is there, people fall into comfort zone very easily, coming out of it is also very tough, but I would say that avoiding it is the best remedy to this. So yeah, this is my words of wisdom.
Yeah, and I think this is the last one which we have. What is the other technologies you're looking after Java and its frameworks? Like, what technologies should you look at? Yeah.
No, you should go if you want to. It changes a long way. So you can go with databases, you can go with front end technologies like JavaScript, React, anything. Or if I was in your position, then I would like just go with become a full stack engineer, because demand for full stack is also good. right? That is the thing. That is the way we can just talk about it.
All right, all right. So I don't see any more questions, and I hope, guys, you had a good time. We hope we could give you something in these like 75 to 80 minutes from the start. And thank you very much for being with us. It was lovely to interact with all of you. I think like we answered almost 50 plus questions today. So again, that was amazing, and it was like really interesting to know from you, Pranav, especially that how your experience and how the challenges that you faced actually shaped your career in a better manner. So thank you very much, guys. And I don't see anything much coming up on the chat. So it was lovely with interacting with you, and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.